As a resident of this community, I have concerns over the reports I've been reading and hearing in the news, as many of us have, and concerns with the encounters with city and county officials that my neighbors have reported. Adding to my concerns, this morning, in an effort to be as impartial this evening as possible, I went to our city website to confirm ordinance information, only to find that our city website has been taken offline. I'm hoping that this is for basic website maintenance and updates, as this is the only space for our residents to go and do exactly as I was doing this morning, and double check our rules. If not, then how can we expect anyone to play by the rules that are not made readily available and understood? As many of us have become aware in the last couple of weeks, several residents from our community were initially informed that they would have to remove beloved pets from their lives and homes because these were deemed as dangerous or aggressive animals. My husband and I do not have dogs, but we do live next to some of the dogs that have been targeted, and can safely say that after more than a year of living in our home, we have never had any negative interactions or otherwise with these dogs. In fact, the closest thing I've had to an interaction with one of these dogs was 2 or so months ago, when I had a brief but stern conversation with a young man who was in the alley behind our house, taunting 2 or more dogs who were safely enclosed in a fenced yard. The dogs had been barking, as any dog is prone to do when taunted, and upon cessation of the taunting, the barking all but ceased. To me, this is a small but stark example of how, most often when an animal becomes agitated, it is typically the result of a negative human interaction. It is not reasonable, after all, to expect an animal to possess and display the same emotional regulation that many adults work tirelessly to display each day. I love Keystone, my home, and my neighbors. I've grown up in Benton County and lived here most of my life. I know the people of this county, and more immediately this community, have big and generous hearts. We care about our neighbors here, we care about our sense of community here, and we care about doing the right thing here. It's one of the biggest reasons my husband and I decided to call Keystone home. Aggression and volatility adhere to no breed, gender, species, or race. I ask, as a resident of this community, for an immediate suspension of the enforcement of any breed-restrictive ordinances, and for our council to start working right away to adopt breed-neutral policies and ordinances that more appropriately handle troubled animals and animals that are truly a nuisance, and policies that reflect how we act and behave as a community.